This is the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
You're inside Jamaica Magazine.
Encouraging the information flow, sharing the news and views you need to know.
We are building an informed Jamaica every day.
Listening to what you say.
It's Thursday, December 17th. Thanks so much for joining us for today's edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Samantha Allen. Coming up, commerce in the capital. Consumers descend on downtown Kingston for great bargains. First, tourists arrive for the winter tourist season. New system to ease water woes in Spanish Town, and park beneficiaries to get a little extra this Christmas. Later, additional safety measures put in place by the police force for the festive season and beyond on issues and answers. Do stay with us. The news in detail after the break.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Radio.
We'll have Calcum Close and House Matters in our features package.
And now the news, I'm Kevin Clark.
Research and publications. Television.
It's Wednesday, October 28th. We've got a hot Jamaica Magazine. Welcome to another edition of
Editorial and photography. Public relations.
It is set to be the driving force of the agency.
All this and more in one place. 4 divisions, 15 departments.
The largest organization of its kind in Jamaica, and I dare say in the English-speaking Caribbean.
One strategic objective.
Truth. Well told.
It's the Jamaica Information Service.
the voice of Jamaica. And now the news. As efforts continue to revive downtown Kingston, scores of persons flocked to the streets of the capital city yesterday to take advantage of discounted prices. A number of government officials were also in attendance, including Justice Minister Senator Dorothy Lightburn, Kingston's Mayor Desmond McKenzie, and Security Minister Senator Dwight Nelson. Among the items to be purchased were Christmas cards, gifts, clothing, and other goodies. There were high praises for Mayor McKenzie and his team for organizing the event.
I think he deserves all the encomiums we can heap upon him for this excellent expression of creativity in trying to show the people of Jamaica that there is value in downtown. I walk around and I look at the faces of the vendors, the faces of the shoppers, and their faces exude a kind of confidence that I have not seen downtown in years.
Senator Lightburn agreed, adding that she thinks the event should be repeated on a yearly basis. Director of Tourism John Lynch is calling on all industry workers, especially airport staff, to contribute positively to the visitor experience this winter tourist season.
The hello and the goodbye are very, very, very important. And it is up to all of us, collectively, the tourist board, immigration, customs, the airports, to provide the finest greeting and departure, because nothing will sell a destination more than happy, satisfied customers.
Commissioner of Customs Danville Walker says the Customs and Immigration Departments appreciate their role as important players in the tourism business. He says without compromising security, they will be exercising greater flexibility where necessary to process travelers as efficiently as possible.
We have important jobs to do in our role as customs and in immigration, but we have to remember the industry we're working in and learn to be more flexible when it can be, and make sure that we deliver a proper product so we can compete effectively for all the business that is out there.
Despite the current economic challenges, John Lynch says the 2009-2010 winter tourist season promises to be the best ever. Mr. Lynch and Mr. Walker were speaking at a ceremony to mark the official start of the winter tourist season at the Sangster International Airport yesterday. Airport porters were presented with smart new red caps at the ceremony. Meanwhile, the group was on hand to welcome the first visitors for the season, Edward Newville and Bahia Akerele from Washington, D.C. in the United States. They were heading to the Iberostar Rose Hall Suites in Montego Bay, where they are expected to tie the knot this weekend.
Very wonderful to start, my new journey, and so to see everybody here to welcome us is very nice. And I've heard a lot about the island and about how friendly, so this just shows that the people are very great, and so I'm looking forward to enjoying my stay here and also returning back to Jamaica.
The 2009-2010 winter tourist season started on Tuesday, December 15 and will end next April. Communities in and around Spanish town St. Catherine can now enjoy improved water supply thanks to a new water system commissioned by Water Minister Dr. Horace Chang yesterday. The Sligoville Road transmission main extends from Waterloo in the foothills of Sligoville to the St. Jago Heights Greendale area. It allows for 2.2 million gallons of water to be transmitted daily. The transmission pipeline is one segment of a project to improve the Kingston metropolitan area, the KMA water supply system. The Water Minister also toured the Ariguanabo Exploratory Well Station, the Angels Well Station and Angels Hill Reservoir to view the progress of the work. Dr. Chang said he was happy that the contractor, Japanese company Hazama, is ahead of the scheduled September 2010 completion date. When the work is done, an additional 5 million gallons of water should be made available to residents of the Greater Spanish Town area.
Water will go from that reservoir, which will have a capacity of 250,000 gallons, and then into the Jobden Center, which has a capacity of some 1.7 million gallons, and then pump back to the entire Spanish Town area. So we expect to see improvement in all of the Spanish Town area, the water supply is concerned, including the dry season.
Dr. Chang notes that a reliable water supply system is critical to the development of the parish. He says when the Jamaica Water Sector Program comes on stream next year, the water supply in all of St. Catherine should be significantly improved. Prime Minister Bruce Golding has given an explanation as to why the Plea Bargaining Act is not being enforced. He was responding to questions from Opposition Member of Parliament for East Central St. Andrew, Dr. Peter Phillips, in Gordon House. The Plea Bargaining Act was passed in the House of Representatives in 2005, but since then it has not been used.
The draft regulations required to functionalize the Act have just been completed. The approval of Parliament is required before they can be brought into effect. The regulations will be brought to Parliament very early in the new year and will be promulgated as soon as possible after approval by Parliament, at which time the Act, which was passed in 2005, will be brought into force.
Mr. Golding adds that a shortage of resources has caused a delay in the drafting of the regulations. He further states that since plea bargaining is new to Jamaica's jurisdiction, a number of legal technicalities have to be sorted out. Some beneficiaries under the Program for Advancement through Health and Education PATH will be getting a little extra this Christmas. PATH has received a $1 million donation from Caribbean Broilers Jamaica Limited. The money will be used to provide gift vouchers for PATH recipients who are seniors or persons with disabilities in Kingston and St. Andrew. Labour and Social Security Minister Pernell Charles says there are about 5,000 persons in that group. Speaking at the handing over ceremony in Kingston yesterday, yesterday, Mr. Charles called on other entities to join the government in its efforts to help those in need.
I want to repeat the government's commitment to the PATH program, the government's appreciation for those who are making a contribution